that she congratulates Alicia Sanchez on her selection as the 2010 Jack Green Civil Liberties Award recipient by the Sonoma County chapter of American Civil Liberties Union. Commends the significant contributions she has made to the people of the state of California and conveys sincere best wishes that her indomitable efforts will continue in the years ahead. Woo-hoo!
Okay, next one. Well, I want to just, first of all, of course, thank you. First of all, sorry. I always say that I hate when, I first want to, of course, thank ACLU for this. It's incredible, and of course, I think for me, as a union organizer, I thank Jack Green for all his efforts that he did in this county. And for me to get this honor, it's incredible just because I have devoted my life to being a union organizer, and so that seems really important. You know, my parents, as mentioned, were farm workers in Texas, and one of the memories I have too is my father died very young. He died at the age of 56, so he never really got to see me do as much political work as I eventually did, but my mother did. And one of the memories I have of my mother is going to Salinas. We went on a march with Cesar Chavez while he was doing a fast, I remember, and we walked and walked and walked, and at the end of and my mom said, I gotta do this because I used to, you know, I need to pay back and help because of what I went through being a farm worker. And I remember at the end of the day, we marched so much. My mother was like so happy. She slept, had a good night's sleep. We were all trying to take Advil, or I mean, at that time it was Aniston, because we were like, our legs were hurting so much, and I hear it was my mother. Incredible. But I want to tell you real quickly that I don't know, some of you know that I keep memories of a lot of things. You know, you send me a card, it's in an album, it's in a binder, and I have it because of memories. One of the things I'm doing right now is cleaning my garage, and in there is all the memories of the Sonoma County Industrial Union. And when we first came here in I came back into Santa Rosa in 1986. I'm going back to all those times, and we started out just 21 workers. And I just want to tell some of you the story of the Sonoma County Industrial Union is that there are 21 workers who walked out of Calliope Designs where they did Christmas ornaments, and they walked out, and of course we sent them back and said, no, go back, and then we'll try to figure out, organize. In one of the meetings, they asked us, well, we said to them, the key is having a union. That's how you can really make changes, if you have a union. And so we were in the group, the meeting, and Newman Strawbridge was, they asked, it was Newman Strawbridge and myself were in this particular meeting. There were other, Kim and Rick, I've known them for years, and I don't want to start mentioning names because I'll miss somebody, you know. But anyway, at that moment, one of the women asked us, what do we do to get a union? And Newman said, you need to make a motion. And so I translated it to the worker, and I said to the workers, and I said, tienen que hacer una moción. So one of the women, the one that spoke, stood there and sat there, and we're like, come on. You know, I mean, in my mind, it's just say, I moved to join, you know, Sonoma County Industrial Union. I mean, like, in my mind, but I didn't want to hurry her. And I look back and I think of that time. And this young woman was sitting down And finally, after minutes and minutes, she got up, she jumped out of the chair, raised her hand and said, "Me siguen," which means, "Do you follow me?" And all the other 21 workers jumped up and said, "Sí, sí, sí." And that was the start of the Sonoma County Industrial Union. From then on, in Point St. George. But she had been, I asked her later, "Why it took you so long?" And she said, "I had to think, you told me to make a motion. And I had to figure out what's the motion that would show that I wanted a union." So I had to get up. And that was the start of Sonoma County Industrial. But I gotta just tell you that to me, I look back in all those memories, and Rick, Kim, and everybody here who's been we did a hell of a job. Every single one of you that I know here has been on a picket line for Sonoma County Industrial Union. That's how I got to know all of you. And all of you here, let me just tell you, we did a hell of a great job. We were like out there doing things. We were developing leadership. We were developing women who were so scared. The workers were negotiating their own contracts. We were right there guiding them. We, as the activists and progressiveness people here, the progressive, we did a great job. You know, this award is not just for me, it's for all of you who have helped in this incredible struggle in Sonoma County. Because we did the first union contract among Latino workers that had ever happened in Sonoma County. And we were all part of it. Every single one of you, I can look back and say this. I gotta just tell you something that I have learned too, is that I've been an activist involved in always doing, I have to be reminded once in a while the key to what it means to organize. And I gotta just tell you a story. First of all, I want to say my team, I play soccer, and it's a really important part of my life. And my soccer team is here, and it was Fuego. But I gotta just tell you a story from one of the women there. I have one of my friend who organized this. Her name is Linda. She's a teammate of mine. The first time she joined the team, she went with us afterwards to Puerto Vallarta to have a drink. All of us would go in afterwards sometimes, not all the time, okay, but we would. We were in Puerto Vallarta, and the mariachis were playing, and she said, "God, I don't like them." She doesn't even know that. She goes, "I don't like them, and I wish this noise, it's too much noise and everything." And I remember my first reaction in my mind, I kept it to myself.